You've reclaimed your strength, shaking off the negative vibes that used to drag you down. This big change is not just good for you, it's also starting to help your partner face their own battles. As you've become more confident and free, they've really felt your absence, which has stirred up a lot of emotions for them. In the past, your partner was comfortable in your relationship, but now they feel lost and unimportant without you. However, your growing distance isn't pushing them away. Instead, it's actually pulling them closer. They're beginning to realize that they can't keep giving you so little something you've already decided you won't accept anymore. By moving away from their minimal efforts, you've shown that you're done with negativity or half-hearted gestures. This is a wake-up call for your partner. They see that they need to make a real effort to reach out to you, or they might lose you as you keep growing emotionally and spiritually. The fear of losing you is motivating them to confront their own issues and break free from the patterns that have kept them stuck. Now they miss you deeply, not just physically, but in a soulful way too. They want to show you that their love is deep and lasting, going beyond everyday feelings to something more meaningful. They know that getting back in touch with you isn't just about reigniting the old spark. It's also about their own growth and healing. Right now, your partner is healing quickly, guided by signs and messages from the universe. They are more open to these cosmic hints, which help them move through this time of change. This connection with the universe isn't a coincidence. It's the result of the emotional and spiritual work they are actively doing. As your partner makes quick progress in their personal journey, they are experiencing a mix of excitement and anxiety. They are eager to talk to you, driven by a desire to close the emotional distance that has grown between you. Their intention is clear. They want to prove their commitment to moving forward and mending the relationship. As they shed their old habits and patterns, your partner is beginning to appreciate the depth and resilience of the bond you share. This bond, forged in mutual understanding and respect, isn't shaken by the mundane challenges of everyday life. It is rooted in a profound, spiritual connection that is both rare and precious. They are coming to realize that while endings can be difficult and often painful, they are also gateways to new beginnings. These fresh starts brim with potential, offering both of you opportunities to learn, grow, and evolve together. The journey you embarked upon, from reclaiming your personal power to catalyzing change in your partner, demonstrates the deep interconnection of your paths. Your partner's growth is not an isolated event. It is intertwined with your own transformation and the collective evolution of those around you. By moving away from negativity and embracing your authentic self, you have become a beacon of inspiration for others, including your partner. Their path towards you not only shows the powerful effect of individual change, but also underscores the transformative impact of mutual growth and healing. As you both navigate this path, you encourage each other to rise above past limitations and embrace a future filled with infinite possibilities. Your influence on your partner's transformation is profound. By standing firm in your values and maintaining your integrity, you have shown them the strength that comes from self-respect and the courage required to pursue personal truth. This has prompted them to reflect on their own life choices and the patterns that have held them back. They see in you the embodiment of change, the kind of change that comes from deep self-awareness and a steadfast commitment to personal growth. As your partner watches you navigate your journey with grace and determination, they are motivated to undertake their own process of self-discovery. They are learning to confront their fears, question their old beliefs, and challenge the limitations they once accepted. This process is not easy, and it comes with its share of trials and tribulations. However, the clarity and confidence you display provide them with a roadmap to follow. Your partner's transformation is becoming evident in how they interact with you and others. They are more present, more attentive, and more engaged. They are beginning to understand the importance of authenticity in relationships, how being true to oneself is the foundation of trust and intimacy. They are striving to be more honest in their expressions and more vulnerable in sharing their emotions. This newfound openness is strengthening the bond between you, creating a space where both of you can be yourselves without fear of judgment. Moreover, this journey has led your partner to reconsider their priorities and values. They are reevaluating what truly matters to them, what brings them joy, and what they aspire to achieve. This introspection is leading to significant life decisions choices that align more closely with their authentic self than ever before. They are less concerned with pleasing others and more focused on fulfilling their own potential. This change is not just internal, it is manifesting in their daily actions and decisions. Your partner is making more conscious choices about how they spend their time, who they interact with, and how they invest their energy. They are opting for activities that nourish their soul and relationships that enrich their spirit. They are distancing themselves from toxic influences and seeking environments that support their well-being. The impact of this transformation extends beyond your relationship. It is influencing their interactions with family, friends, and colleagues. They are becoming a source of inspiration and support for others. Just as you before meeting you, your partner's life was just a series of routines and obligations. Each day was filled with tasks that all seemed the same, with no real excitement or happiness. They did what was expected of them, often ignoring their own wants and needs to please others. They tried to seem perfect, even if it made them feel lonely and drained. To others, they seemed like the person who could handle anything, always reliable. But inside, they felt, I had lost touch with who I really was, constantly seeking approval, which was wearing me down mentally and emotionally. I felt like I was leading a double life, successful and composed on the outside, but full of discontent and frustration on the inside. This disconnect made it hard for me to connect with others, as I was always hiding behind a mask of perfection. Then you entered my life, and everything shifted. From our first meeting, there was something about you that made me feel at ease, as if you could see the real me behind the facade I had put up. Your presence brought a calm and comfort I'd never known before, like finding a missing puzzle piece I didn't even realize was lost. For the first time in a long while, I felt understood and accepted. Our talks were a joy and a relief, making me feel alive and refreshed. It was as if you lifted the heavy burden I had been carrying. With you, I didn't feel the need to be perfect or to keep seeking approval. You showed me that having doubts and asking questions about my life was okay, and that being vulnerable wasn't a weakness, but a strength that fosters real connections. Your support and understanding empowered me to face my suppressed emotions and start tackling the questions I had been avoiding. I began to realize that my worth wasn't defined by how well I met others' expectations, but by being true to myself. This new perspective was freeing. It allowed me to live authentically and fulfilling, without trying to meet an impossible standard of perfection. I embraced my imperfections and the unique qualities that define me. Being with you has transformed me. You've taught me to see the beauty in vulnerability and the strength in authenticity. With you, I've learned that true happiness comes from within and can't be achieved by constantly seeking external approval. I appreciate the present more and find joy in simple things. I feel more confident and self-assured, filled with love and gratitude for the positive impact you've had on my life. Meeting you has been a turning point, helping me break free from my old constraints and embrace a new way of living that is true to who I am. I am no longer driven by the need to be perfect or to meet others' expectations. My dear viewers, show your support by giving a super thanks up to $20.